Hi, welcome. Today we'll be doing a love reading. I am feeling very, very, very nervous, like giddy, anticipatory, nervous, but it's good. It's very light. It's very bright. It's very positive. So if you're tuning into this reading and this message resonates, I think that there's excitement or butterflies on the horizon. While I was meditating, I intuitively got the stone red jasper. So if that stone means something to you, this is for you. If not, maybe it's just something about that red jasper energy. I don't know a lot about it, but I do believe it's protective and grounding. Red jasper. I could be wrong, but there's something about that. Oh, you know what's interesting? The reason that sort of protective and grounding energy could be coming through is that for some of you, I'm getting that there's some negativity outside of you, and this doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just in your proximity. So maybe like in your living space or your workspace, and there's a negativity around you that's affecting your love life somehow. And so Spirit's just asking you to further protect yourself and ground yourself, because that energy is not yours. It truly has nothing to do with you. So it wouldn't be anything about your own situation. It's someone or a couple or an energy that's just outside of you that is negative, and it's affecting your love life. So maybe doing even more clearing, grounding, asking angels for help than usual. And I have a little angelite stone here, and it fell over while we were speaking about that. So I think that is especially important. Okay, so we're going to ask to get messages for the highest and greatest good of all in your love life. I'm very excited, and I'm very, very, very nervous for you. Ooh, 8 of Cups to start this reading out. Wow, I feel so much sorrow and loss in this card, and to me it's coming through as a past life. And do you see this ship in the background? The ship is just intuitively telling me something about loss, like being lost at sea or in a shipwreck or something. And it doesn't feel like it's this lifetime. It feels like it's a past life, and it's mourning the loss of someone. Also, if not, it's coming through as the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, of course, traditionally meaning leaving a situation behind in order to seek out something else. It's, this figure leaving in the dark, following the path of the full moon. And it's sort of not exactly knowing what you might find, but it's going in search of it anyway, because you know where you're at is just not it. And that might be relevant in your life. The way that the cups are divided in this card is it's kind of like a 6, a 1, and a 1. So a 7 and a 1. There might be something important about July or a full moon in July. That's just an intuitive message. But I'm just feeling 5 of Cups with this. Some sort of loss, and then like a new horizon. Remember at the beginning of this, I said something like excitement on the horizon. I'm getting horizon once again. And I just want to let you know that this love energy is extremely clear. It's extremely high vibrational. The frequency is way up here. It feels really good. It's really nice to be in your energy, in the energy of your love life, whatever is coming in. 6 of Cups, so nostalgia, but more past life energy. Perhaps this is going to be a reunion of souls, 2 souls from a past life, where they didn't really get to do it right, or that just wasn't in the cards that time around, but this time it's different. And of course, in tarot, gender is not relevant in terms of your personal gender identity. It's usually just about different masculine, feminine third space energies. But this, it's just a little side message that I'm getting 2 women in this card, so that could be especially important for you. These cups are filled with roses, with flowers, so and it's pink, so I'm feeling this like blooming of energy. It's really good. It's sort of like if this is a new person on the horizon, it's going to feel very familiar, but also exciting at the same time, which is super nice, right? It's the combination of those things. And also intuitively, what I'm feeling is this, with this 8 of cups, the cups are stacked into a 6 and a 1 and a 1, like I said. So that's 6 of cups, and then 1 cup and 1 cup. So 6 cups, and then each person bringing an ace of cups together to join in this relationship. So you and this other person both have a full cup to give. They're both fulfilled by spirit, because the ace of cups is also a spiritual card. And so it's about being completely full in your own life and offering that to another person and receiving that from another person. You know, there's no lack here. It's actually so abundant. And if this reading is for you, I think that if you are interested in love and romance and you're currently single and you're looking for that, it's almost like meeting this person, and for them as well, it will be sort of an annoyance. And that sounds bad, but I mean this in the most positive way. It's sort of like your own life is so full and good as it is that meeting them is going to like shake things up a little bit, but it's only going to be in a good way. It's just at first it might sort of be like you're each kind of on your own program, you know, and meeting this other person is sort of like it's not a distraction in a bad way. It's a diversion, excuse me. That's the word, diversion from your normal life. So it's like if your path is like this, it's sort of a diversion, and it's a good one. You know, it's kind of like when the interstate is closed and you have to take the scenic route and you find this really cool little cafe that you would have never found. It's sort of like that, but with another person, and you're doing that together and energetically. Maybe even you will be going on like a small local road trip and together soon, or in the summertime, I'm feeling. And you'll kind of like see your own, where you live in this totally new way together. It's really nice. It's really fun. It feels good. They want me to look at this top card. Wow. Tristan and Isolde, desire. This is the 7, number 7, desire. What is number 7? The Chariot, right? Excuse me, my nose itches when I channel. The Chariot. So yeah, that road trip, that movement feeling, and then Tristan and Isolde, you know, classic love story here. I'm not super familiar with their story, but isn't theirs a bit about loss, or like meeting each other again in every lifetime? That's what it is, isn't it? It's like they meet again in every lifetime, over and over and over again. And maybe that's what's happening. When you had to say goodbye last time, you agreed to meet again. See? You agreed to meet again with that 6 of Cups. That's what this is. I think it's going to feel really, really familiar, but also heartbreaking in a way, because you've experienced the loss of this person so many times that it's like always kind of tinted with that feeling of loss. You know, when you love something so much that in that same very moment, you're already mourning it. It's like that. And Spirit's, of course, asking you to live in the moment and to enjoy the relationship while it's around. It's not to get stuck in our heads at all, but it's just going to be colored with that sort of energy, that like great love and loss energy. And that's how you're going to know. It's kind of like as soon as you meet and feel that soul connection, maybe it's not love at first sight. Maybe it's like getting to know one another slowly. But once you feel that, this burning and desire, this sensation in the heart, it's like in the chest, there's going to be like a click, a trigger, and you're going to feel loss. And that's how you're going to know. And this is not because of an unrequited situation or because this person is cheating on you or anything like that. That's a given if you're here. We don't work with that kind of energy, although, of course, all of us have kind of, done it. It's just that's not where we're at this point. And so you're not going to be... That's not going to be what it is. This is going to be a past life soulmate connection where you feel that deep sense of loss just upon meeting. It's weird. I don't know how else to explain it, but I promise you it's a good thing. So this is only a good thing. Spirit, can you help us show this collective what they need to know about their love life? Ace of Arrows. Wow, I'm getting heavy tower energy with this. Do you see the lightning storm in the background? Once again, I'm getting, oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of energy going on. I'm getting thunderstorms. Whoa, it's sort of like the heavens and earth move for you when you two meet. I have chills all over my body. Yeah, it's like heaven and earth moves for you. The planetary bodies all align when you meet. It's sort of like the angels sing. It's very intense and it's very pure. Why is this coming together at this point in time, in this lifetime? Because, we've all had many lifetimes, right? And it's not to say you've met this person every time, but it's that every time you have, you've lost them. And that's just what it's been. So when you meet again, it's like, why is it that you're crossing paths? Why is it that you're meeting again? Spirit, why is it? Do you feel that? I mean, I'm being serious. Do you feel that? Okay. Down here, we have love. Isis and Osiris. I'm covered in chills. This is extremely intense, and it's honestly sort of overwhelming to channel the energy because of how fast the frequency is moving. It's like all the way up here. It's really crazy. I'm getting 999 hertz if that's relevant to you. We've got Princess of Coins. Wasn't there another card? Oh, yeah. And then the Four of Cups. So when I asked Spirit, why is this coming together now? We've got the Four of Cups and we have the Princess of Coins. Princess of Coins, an offer, something coming in or being offered from you to another. Four of Cups waiting for it. Four of Cups feeling a loss here. That's just what I'm feeling. And do you see how this figure, her crown is off and she's kind of waiting and holding it. What is this? Hold on. Give me just one moment. Okay, I'm back. What I'm feeling with this Four of Cups is longing. It's a sense of longing for something more. That's what this is. What's more? Okay, something grounded in the material world, sure, with this Princess of Coins. But most importantly, Isis and Osiris, love. This is the most high of love. These two are chosen in this deck to represent the lovers. And their story goes that the power of love brought Osiris back to life. And it's about whatever it is you experience within this relationship. It's like the ripples move out from you. There's like a ripple effect upon the universe. I just saw the image of a very still lake and a pebble was thrown into it, and all of these ripples cascaded outwards. That's this kind of love. It's like one of those loves that people can just see when you walk into a room, that sort of thing. Is it one of those love stories that's written about? Maybe. Maybe I just got muse and transformation. Maybe there's something very important about how this love will transform your work or your professional life. That seems important, especially with this practical side of things, with this Princess of Coins. Maybe it's that Ace of Arrows, divine inspiration. This person somehow inspires you to take action outside of yourself, to take action on, like, to action an item. That's very like office terminology, right? I don't know much about that, but action an item, if that makes sense. It's yeah, it feels very clear and precise, and it's like, it just, when it comes in, it brings all of this to you. And the way that I'm feeling is that you'll kind of be in this energy anyway. You'll be actioning items in your life, living in a very clear and defined way. And that's why when this experience comes in, it's sort of going to be, you're going to really enjoy it. I mean, look at this figure here. You're going to really enjoy it. It's just that it's going to sort of be a diversion, and just be aware not to be afraid of that diversion, because it's for a divine purpose. Ask Spirit for confirmation that when you meet this person, this is what this is, you know, because lots of different people come into our lives, right? Not all of them are this, and most of them are not this. This is different. And if you're kind of waiting, hoping, wishing for this sort of divine love, that's what's coming through for you. Okay, do we want any more of these, Spirit? Anything else this group needs to know about their love life and what this divine relationship is coming in? I just feel with this Ace of Arrows, it's very angelic. It's very clear. And I know I keep repeating myself in that way, but it's extremely clear and precise. The energy is just very, if you've ever felt that, extremely high frequency where it's sort of overwhelming in its clarity, you know? Ooh, okay, this is kind of weird. I just heard the lyrics of a song, and it was, we were unlucky in love. But it was like, the song is like, it was worth it. So, ooh, wow. Okay. I'm getting chills again. For some of you, this sort of divine love, I'm getting 2 years and it's not to say, I mean, time is an illusion, and it's hard to translate the spirit world to our 3D world, but it's possible that for some of you, this is like a 2-year relationship, or it's sent to you for a purpose. It's sent to you in order to action items in your life that you wouldn't otherwise. Oh my gosh. And I feel like I'm going to cry. For some of you, this relationship is not meant to last because that person isn't meant to be around for very long. Whether that's because they have somewhere else to be, or because they'll no longer be here. But whatever it is, whether it's just that you're supposed to continue on your own paths afterwards, or because this person will be passing on, or, you know, I don't want to upset anyone at all, but it's sort of like it's possible there's sort of like a time frame for this, and however long or not it lasts, it's going to be worth it, is the point. Sorry that it was so difficult to get that out, but it was just that there is real, true love here. And you're meant to experience it. You're meant to experience it, even if it has a sort of built-in expiration date to it. And then others, that's how it's going to start. That's how it's going to seem. And then it turns into like a lifelong thing. You'll know what's for you, or you'll find out once you're in it. But maybe it's that lost feeling coming through from past lives. I don't know, but there is something about loss here, and that no matter what, this is worth it. This is definitely worth it. I mean, Isis and Osiris, that's not fucking around. That's like divine love from the gods here. Spirit, how will they know when this person has come into their life? Oh, I just got for some of you that they're already in your life, but it's not like in a romantic way. Either they're a friend or a former acquaintance. You crossed paths in the same social scene, maybe in a different city or town than you live currently. That's possible. How will they know when they've met this person? How will they know when they met this person? Okay, they want me to tell you that the name of the song that I was thinking of earlier is called Acid Tongue by Jenny Lewis. So maybe there's another lyric in that song that you need to hear for some reason. All right, can we move on now? How will they know when they've met this person? Something about the heart space. It's the heart. It's like a burning feeling. And please, this is not a medical thing. This is like, you know how butterflies are down here? This is like up here. It's like a warmth. It's like a warmth in the chest. 10 of Cups. This 10 of Cups came out reversed, and I don't read reversals, but there might be a message there about you might meet this person after a loss. That's just what I'm feeling. You might meet this person after a loss, specifically with this King of Cups here. That was also sitting with this card. It could be after the loss of a father figure, or just a loss of something. A loss of childhood, a loss of childhood fantasy, I heard. Maybe it's that you had always imagined your love life going in a certain way, and then it didn't. Well, I'm just here to tell you that it's going to be even better than you imagine. For some of you, okay, this is, for a select few, this has to do with your sexual orientation, and maybe it's like the acceptance of who you are and who you love, what kind of person you love, and it has to do with mourning the loss of what you thought your life was going to be. And I'm just here to tell you, if that's you, if that's the case, your life will be more beautiful and more bountiful and more full of love than you can ever imagine. Even if it's not the image of how it was. And what's so interesting is that you'll have a moment once you're so in love and living your life with this person where it triggers like a childhood memory or a vision that you saw, and you realize that's what you had seen. It was just not with the person you thought it was going to be. It's very, very beautiful. And so letting go of some sort of dream or fantasy is what brings this in a way. Because you had some set idea of what a divine partnership was going to be like, and it didn't show up for you in the way that you thought. And I'm seeing that that's okay, because there's a lot of it's fruitful. There's a lot of growth here. A lot of divine potential. There's really some dreamy pastel rainbow colors here in that rainbow. These colors are super divine, super angelic. Also cherry blossoms. So springtime could be relevant. That color pink is relevant again. Yeah, the color pink is super relevant. And whatever this love is, it's going to fill your heart. It's going to be two people coming together to intertwine their lives. And as I said, whether that's for a while or it's for a lifetime, it doesn't matter. Time doesn't work the same way over there as it does here. So it will be for the divine amount of time that you're given together. With that ocean, it feels very deep, very real, very true. Spirit, what do they need to know about this person? What do they need to know about this person? Can you tell us anything about this person in particular? Anything about this person? Oh, dear. Candle in the wind, kind of. What does that mean? Oh, I'm feeling lightheaded. It might like be a bit shocking. It could be a lot. They could be a lot in some way, or the way they make you feel could be a lot. Like you might feel more love and desire than you ever knew possible. That's that's a good thing. 5 of arrows and the 4 of coins. What is this about? I'm feeling specifically something about this angel. With this 5 of arrows card. She's like reaching out for his hand. And the 5 of arrows, that's the 5 of swords. It's like, you know, traditionally some sort of mental conflict or disagreement. I mean, that's a very basic meaning, but this feels different. Let me see if I can. Once again, I'm feeling longing. This candle what is with the candle? I'm hearing candle in the wind. So I don't know what that means, but I know it's a song, right? Is it a song? Candle in the wind. Oh gosh, this person might not be around for that long. They might have to leave you. They might have to leave you. Four of coins. This person feels like they have it all. And do you see how there's this sort of figure in the background checking in on her? It's kind of like that. Or it's kind of like someone, like a passed on loved one, checking up on you. Maybe this person, because we were asking about this person, if Spirit could tell us anything about it, maybe they had to leave someone behind. Or there's something about loss, and there's really something about the other side. I can't read it. It feels like, okay, so maybe I'm not supposed to get specific messages about anyone passing on, but it's possible that something about this person is that they had to leave someone behind. And do you see how in these cards, it's kind of like this angel figure is going towards this Four of Pentacles figure? It's sort of like this is being divinely guided together. And this person was guided to leave someone else to come towards you. And they might not even know that you exist. Or maybe it's that they do. When you meet, they just know that it's you. And they have to leave something behind. And this would be all taken care of before you start a relationship. But what I feel most strongly is that because this person will be as spiritual as you, whether or not they do so at practice, or it's just the compass, the moral compass, the ethics by which they live their life, they'll have this all taken care of. And it's sort of like they feel a pull on their heartstrings. There's a pull on their heartstrings towards you, whether or not they know who you is. And so they're guided to leave something behind in order to come towards you because they're being guided to. They're being guided to, and they're following that inner guidance. That's what this is. And so here you are just kind of like sitting and waiting. And I don't mean waiting in that you're sitting there pining away by the phone. Not at all. It's this person has everything she needs. So she's just living her best life. And in comes this angelic figure. That's what it is. That's what that is. And you see this like starry night scene in the background? I'm getting 8 of Cups vibes with that. That's like someone leaving in the night in order to set out for something greater, something bigger, something more meant for them. Even if they don't know exactly where it is they're going or who they're looking for, they just feel it in their heart. Now I'm feeling it in the solar plexus. Yeah, they feel it, and that orange color. They feel it somewhere in here. They just feel guided to you. And she's wearing orange too, so it's like sacral chakra. Ooh, maybe it's that they find you very, very physically and sexually attractive. And this would be, since this is such a divine partnership, this would just be a signifier to them that they're meant to be with you. And it's possible that that's how Spirit sends them the signal, is that they're very attracted to you. And this is extremely high vibrational, of course, like we said. So this would be, and this would be like the best sex of your life if you do end up getting together. It's something like that. And it's something like after you've both dealt with all of the people you were meant to deal with and you've been alone for a while, or you've left all those situations that aren't serving you. It could be that's how Spirit's kind of signaling to them. There's something like this king figure in the background. Who is this king and why is he watching her? Okay, this is really cool. If you have a passed on spouse or partner, it could be them looking out for you and looking down on you and helping guide this person towards you. It's like they just help out a little bit. And it's just like a nice hello from them to say, you know, we're here in this reading and we're helping guide this new love to you. And it's kind of funny because we just, you look so great. It's sort of like that's what's going to draw this person to you. And of course, it has to do with the inner self, right? It's not just the external, it's about the inner self. There's an inner glow radiating out from you, and they're going to find it very appealing, very sexually attractive. And that's just you couldn't give a fuck less because you're just doing your own thing. You're going to find them attractive as well, but it's that it won't be as obvious to you because that's just you're going to feel it here and they're going to feel it here. It's just a little bit different, but it's just as divine, trust me. And you know, it doesn't have to be, but if it's that you're a feminine viewing this and they're a masculine coming towards you. I also believe that people can be like just equal feminine and masculine, and then with another person who's just equal feminine and masculine, but that's just to say, you know, that could be a way for masculines to recognize their person is through some sort of divine sexual attraction, like sacred sexuality. All right, anything else, Spirit? Or do we want to move on to some other cards? I think they want to move on to some other cards. I have no idea how long this reading has been going. It might be really long. I don't know. I'm just kind of rolling with it. One more and then some other cards. That was the 5 of Cups right there, and that card, I remembered it super strongly from a pick a card love reading I did recently. So go check that out and see if you end up with the pile that gets the 5 of Cups. If so, this reading is especially relevant to you. Okay. Wow, okay. This is Romeo and Juliet. Tradition. Look at that. Romeo and Juliet, of course, the star-crossed lovers of our times. But most specifically, I'm feeling these little cherub energies and like 2 little cherubs bringing this together. Some sort of hierophant figure also. This person looks like a religious leader. Some sort of, yeah, like mystery order, religious sect, something whether in spirit, I think it's in spirit, they're like bringing this together because there's something you two are supposed to do. You're both supposed to create your own bodies of work in the world, but coming together helps move it along forward. It's like about the progression of humanity, and you just get to experience some sort of divine love as a little extra thing. Okay. Anything in this tarot? Traditional tarot. 3 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands. Yeah, look at that. That's about creative work. That's about work. 3 of Pentacles working together. I think that you're both going to inspire and act as a muse for the other. And maybe if there's like something in your life you've always wanted to do, it's like a childhood dream, but you never did it. It's like this person is going to help you do it because you're meant to. You're supposed to use your voice in that field. You're meant to do it. And it's not too late. Someone needed to hear that. It's not too late to pursue this. And that is why this person is coming in. Why are they star-crossed, though, with Romeo and Juliet? Number 5. Oh, I just got that it's about being bound. You're bound together, your souls to come together for some reason. So star-crossed lovers, of course, Romeo and Juliet, they were bound to come together despite the weird circumstances surrounding their familiar situation. So maybe it's that you're coming from different religions, but you don't have to be. This is just, you're bound. What is it about Romeo and Juliet? Hold on one second. There might be something in this book. I'm feeling there's something specific about this card that I'm missing that I can't get to. Tradition, structure, conformity, ritual. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it says, sad as their tale may be, the love of Romeo and Juliet did bring an end to the tradition of intolerance that plagued their families. It gave way to a new tradition of peace and understanding. Whoa. Something about you two coming together is really important for others outside of you. And the intensity with which you bring your passion and love to one another is like what drives that forward. Chariot card. I feel that. This is going to be a super long love reading, but isn't it fun sometimes to do like one of these long ones and just see what keeps coming out? I'll know when it's time to stop. They cut me off like pretty abruptly when it's time. There's very little warning. All right. We've got the Moon, the 2 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles. This Moon card, I'm once again getting July. I don't know why, but I'm getting July. I'm feeling like outdoor activities, camping, stargazing, and of course, you know, apply that to where you live. But that's what I'm feeling. Some sort of outdoor camping trip or something. Interesting. This is really weird, so I do not know how this applies. Give me a second, but it could be having to make a choice at that time and then cutting something off. Is it cutting off this relationship? Maybe it's cutting off this relationship because there isn't a commitment. However, a commitment does come out of it. I know that's weird. It's possible that with the Moon being a card of uncertainty and the unknown and kind of slippery boundaries, you know, it's that you meet and you have a connection with someone, but you don't know where it's going or what it is. Like, you don't know what you are, possibly. And having to make a decision about it and being firm in your boundaries is kind of, it leads to a commitment. Maybe both of you never imagined being committed, or the other person didn't imagine being committed because they want to be free. But the thought of losing you isn't possible to them, and so they do therefore commit because there's love here. And if that's the case, you don't do it in a gentle way because This is real, true love. But if you want a certain kind of relationship, that's what you want. And we have free will. No matter if spirit sends this in and you're meant to, like project these beautiful things outward to humanity, you still have free will. And you don't have to experience any love that you don't want to. And so if it's not the kind of love that you want, you can always cut it off. And there will always be something else for you, because that's how it is. When you know what you want and you're clear about it to yourself, to others, in the universe, you will get it. You will get it if you're meant to. If that's for the highest and greatest good of all, if you say, this isn't working for me, Spirit, I've really thought about it, I've meditated on it, and, as much as I love this person, deep down in my gut, in my soul, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I want something more. They will help you cut it out, and they'll send you something else. That's just a side message. It's just a reminder to have boundaries and to know what you want, because you'll get it. And if you're just staying open to whatever it is that comes towards you, it's just kind of a heads up that this might be a little bit nebulous at first, but if you need to apply those boundaries, go ahead and do so. And the commitment could stick then. It's very tender. There's so much love here. Spirit, anything else they need to know? Judgment. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Big deal stuff. 5 of Cups. Judgment. Yeah, that could be final decisions about something. XX. Decisions about whether or not you're going to come together. What is this Judgment card about, Spirit? You're losing me with this one. So, as I was saying, we have free will. And even if something is divinely meant for us, it is absolutely our choice whether or not we want to pursue it further. And this Judgment call could be about whether or not this other person, wants to step up and fulfill this commitment. Whether they want to step up and do the work or not. And if not, they'll be cut out of your life. Because I think that that's what you're looking for, is a stable and committed partnership. And if not, let that go. But it's a judgment call. They're judging the situation from on high, deciding whether or not this is meant to be, whether or not this person is stepping up to the plate. And if not, you'll continue on in this Queen of Wands energy. Very beautiful, very strong, charismatic, independent. And something else will come for you. It will, I promise. How do you want to leave? Spirit, how do you want to leave this group? What's like some sort of final message you need to tell them? That 4 of Wands flipped out really funny, didn't it? It kind of felt like an alternate universe or a bend in time, some sort of dimensional shift. That was really weird. Five of Pentacles. I just got rags to riches. It could be some sort of really fast track to marriage if that's what you're interested in, or being in a situation like this and then going to this. The way this card fell out, it was really strange. So it fell out on the Queen of Wands, so it could have to do with like cutting out a partnership, marriage situation, or being very clear that you do or do not want this sort of relationship. It's being very clear about it. Knowing it deep inside if that's what you want. Some of you don't know. And that's okay. You won't know until you're in it. That's okay. And maybe that's what it's about. It could be that you're the one who has to speak the truth and say to this person when you're together, like, I don't know if I want marriage and commitment. I'm not sure. Could we figure it out together? It's about vocalizing that uncertainty about it. Uncertainty, the moon. It could be vocalizing that, you're not sure. You're not sure either. And it'll be a way for the two of you to come together to have that conversation about commitment. of some higher order. I'm also feeling some sort of agreement in working together in order to complete a project. So an active decision on both of your parts to partner up in order to work on something. And this feels like it happens while you're already in a romantic relationship. You know, it's possible that's how you meet, is like working together, but more it's that you establish some sort of romantic relationship, and once you're in it or you're exploring it, you both actively have a conversation and you conclude that there's something you need to work on together. There's this project you need to work on together. And that's part of your agreement. And you both acknowledge that. It's really cool. And even if this person isn't like a spiritual person in the same way that you are, they know there's some sort of divine purpose to your partnership, to your meeting, to your agreement. And they feel it too. Like they feel, you know, I don't know if I believe in all this stuff, but I feel strongly that we're meant to be together. And it could be meant to be together to do this. Some of you, the creative project could be a child. You know, 5th house is creativity and children. It's that sort of the same way that a project is sort of a child that needs to be nurtured. It's like that. And you know, like when you're doing a project and once the project is born, it's great, but it's sort of like there's a sadness too, because now it's out there in the world and it's no longer just yours. It's like that. And then at that point, once that thing is birthed, look at this egg. I'm feeling that. Once this thing is birthed, you'll decide and conclude. I just heard conclude whether or not you would like to continue on with them or if you'll part ways. That is really, really cool. I think that I'm going to leave it at that. Ooh, they want me to get you one more card. Okay, let's get one more final major arcana card for you in this love reading. This was a very cool love reading. I hope that you got something from it as well. I'm really excited to see what those of you who are part of this channeling, what you do with this love. Send me your album or your nonprofit or your dog rescue or whatever it is you end up creating. Some sort of child prodigy that you spawn. I just got like a musical genius. Some of you are going to give birth to a musical genius, like of our times. You know, the way that composers are famous. It's like that's how they're going to be. And you're meant to come together with this person in order to have a child, because that child is a creative genius. And whatever combination of energies that you two have together, that's why you're meant to be drawn together in this life. And once you do that, it'll be your choice whether you'd like to continue a romantic relationship with one another or part ways. Either way, your contract is fulfilled. What's really cool too is that because I was feeling so much past life energy of coming together and then losing one another, coming together and losing one another, and this relationship is kind of, like I said, colored, painted, tinted with that sort of lost nostalgia, familiarity energy. It's kind of like how love is homesickness. That's how it feels. It's like this time around, it's not about you and them. It's about this other third thing. If you're drawn into like weirdo channeled messages, check out a recent one I did called Syzygy. It's for people who are drawn to that sort of energy. It was all about this third space. So check that out if you're drawn to. All right, Spirit. Can you give them one card? I think I totally lost my train of thought there, but yeah, I guess the point was that the romantic love is optional, but whatever thing you have to create together is sort of not optional. I mean, if you are to follow your blueprint, your DNA, your destiny. And that's why it's different. That's why it's different this time. And you were meant to meet up again in this lifetime in particular because you're incarnated here on Earth at a very difficult transitional time. And that's why it's so important. Temperance. Yeah, look, temperance is a third space in a way. The way that this figure holds two cups and pours from one to the other. It's an angel, it's a winged figure, and also they want me to get you another one, so hold on. The energy is ramping back up again. I wonder if you felt that. It's sort of like, okay, I'm meant to send you on your ways so that you can get back to your life. And yeah, it's getting really intense. Like you have important stuff to work on. So what card do you want to leave them with? So that you can make sure to be working on it and the two of you meet. The Lovers. Making sure you're doing your thing, they're doing their thing, and the two of you meet. That's specifically what I'm feeling from this card. And look at this figure in between who's joining them together. That's the universe. That's God. That's creator, spirit, whoever. That's love. And that's also that choice about how you want this relationship to go. What you want it to mean, how long the longevity of it is, etc. The Lovers. Okay, let me see if there's something that I'm meant to transmit here. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. The Test. The struggle between the passions and conscious, but indecision is more fatal than the wrong choice. Examination, attempt, pact, the need for a decision, the sowing of seeds. That's what I'm feeling. There is a pact here. There is an agreement. There is something you're meant to do with someone, and going ahead and doing that and then deciding, once you're already in it, how you want this to go, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm feeling very, very, very excited. A lot of good forward chariot energy, forward moving energy, excitement, vitality, fertility, like all of these things. I'm feeling all of these things in my solar plexus. So I know that it's coming for you soon. I think it's coming for you soon. Remember to ground yourself and stay hydrated. I'm going to stop channeling now. I hope you enjoyed this love reading, and until next time, take care.